qualify for the amount, a Montana resident must have been a resident of the state for the whole tax year, which started on January 1st, 2021, and they must have also filed several documents. Additionally, eligible residents must have not been claiming a dependent by another taxpayer. And the amount of money they entered in line for 2021 says that you must be greater than zero. This rebate will be sent via direct deposit or mail, depending on how a state taxpayer requested a refund or paid taxes on the most recent state income tax return. People who submitted and requested the refund through direct deposit will likewise have this rebate sent to them automatically, while those who requested the refund as paper check will get this rebate in the mail. It's essential for people to get the stimulus check they deserve. We have a ton of news about the fourth stimulus check, Social Security benefits, SSI and SSDI. Exciting news. Make sure to keep an eye on your mailbox. If you reside in one of these states, you can expect to see financial relief very fast. Now, negotiations are continuing on state inflation relief checks. In the state of Alabama, a proposed income tax rebate is still moving forward, but at a much reduced amount. An Alabama Senate committee has approved an income tax rebate of $100 for most filers. That is $300 less than the rebate first processed by the Alabama governor. It's a way to redistribute the state's largest budget surplus. Governor Ivey said at an event, "It's only right while we still acknowledge we are recording revenues far exceeding normal and sustainable levels. We give a fair share of this money directly back to the people." Under the new proposal, the cost of the rebate will go from $1 billion to $275 million. The rebate's funds will come out from a larger $2.8 billion spending package currently under debate. The payments still need to be voted on by the Alabama legislature and signed into law before they can go into effect. Meanwhile, a neighboring state is already sending out its second major tax rebate soon. Most Georgia taxpayers have been receiving income taxes and tax rebates early this week. The funds are made possible by the recently passed House bill, and the bill allows for the redistribution of the state's $6 billion surplus back to residents. Some filers, solo filers, receive $250, heads of households filers get $375, and couples are due $500. The size of the rebate cannot be bigger than the taxpayer's tax liability. New Mexico residents can also look forward to upcoming rebates, and the New Mexico governor says the latest round of rebates will go out in mid-June. Thanks to a bill passed by lawmakers during the 2023 session, New Mexico residents who were previously filed taxes will get another round of rebates. Single tax filers will get $500, married couples, heads of households, and surviving spouses will get $1,000. Taxpayers who use direct deposit when filing will get the latest round of rebate checks very fast. But those who are in 2021 New Mexico income tax returns will get an automatic rebate. If you don't even file 2021 returns but still want to, you have until May 23rd to do this done. And now New Jersey residents are still waiting for their state relief payments and can expect to receive them soon. Nearly a month after the first property tax rebate payments are sent out, the process is winding down as the State Department of Treasury works through the remainder of the application to issue payments. A spokesperson confirmed that the Treasury Department has already issued nearly 1 million payments. And now, officials announced last month that the first batch of payments will be made to residents who signed up for direct deposit. More than 8,000 New Jersey taxpayers opted for direct deposit. And this program is an updated version of the Homestead Benefit Property Tax Relief Program. The governor first announced the program in 2023, just to help so many people in New Jersey out. Good news, everybody. The Biden administration is here, and they're taking action. The White House launched a new relief program. Millions of low income will be able to claim extra financial aid, and this may be worth thousands of dollars for many. The Biden administration has already launched a two-pronged effort to help America's troubled tenants. It's redistributing nearly $700 million in emergency rent relief to the neediest areas and has unveiled a White House blueprint for a renter's Bill of Rights, which is a comprehensive plan for tackling housing and affordability issues. Some experts say this is enough, as millions of Americans struggle with the cost of housing. Though rents were down in January for a fifth consecutive month, the average 0.3% decline kept rental prices far above the pre-crisis levels. Today's national median rent is around $1,300, up by a sizable 20% from 2 years ago. Officials are trying to provide relief to 19 million American households, and they are rent burdened by this, and Congress has created an emergency rental assistance program just to help Americans make their rent payments and avoid eviction. During the initial 6 months of this, households have received relief and got an average of $400 to $800 each. This year, the Treasury Department announced it was replenishing the program with $700 million reallocated funds for struggling renters. The money will be distributed through 89 state and local agencies with high demonstrated need, and these funds can cover up to 18 months of rent back, utilities, and moving costs, among other rent-related expenses. The Emergency Rental Assistance Program was the first nationwide eviction prevention program. It helped approximately 1 million people stay in their homes at the height of the crisis, and many people say that the eviction moratorium and emergency rental assistance funds run out. More permanent solutions are needed. The Biden administration has a chance to fix this with a Renter's Bill of Rights to be promoted to the federal agencies. It'll help out people who are in need of money. It'll help out people who are in need of stimulus. But so far, our tax package in Massachusetts is centered around the child and family care credit. And this is for people under 13, people with disabilities, and senior dependents above 65 years old. It combines two interrelated existing benefits while removing the cap on dependents and increasing the benefits too. It helps out many people who are in need. Now, Mary Johnson, an analyst for an organization, said those figures could be slightly higher if inflation runs hot in the coming months, with a possible cost of an increase of 11.4%. If inflation cools, the 2023 increase may be only 9.8%. However, the downside trends is that it may still not be enough to cover seniors' costs if price hikes are not tamed in the coming months. Higher income individuals may have to pay more for Medicare Part B premiums, which are typically deducted from Social Security checks and have increased each year since 2015. In 2022, those premiums increased 14.5% to bring the standard monthly premium to $170. An increase in Social Security could also pay tens of thousands of low-income retirees into a higher income tax bracket, meaning they may have to start paying taxes on their benefits when they had previously never done so. Meanwhile, the more money given to Social Security beneficiaries, everybody, means the faster the program's funds will be depleted. At its current level, Social Security won't be able to pay full benefits by 2035 if Congress doesn't act. Right now, a combination of record high prices and a record number of job openings has been encouraging more retirees to go back to work. According to a recent survey, the crisis prompted many people to accelerate their retirements, with 60% of retirees saying they left the workforce earlier than planned, and 70% indicating they left it at least 2 years early. Additionally, 42% of respondents in a nationwide Retirement Institute survey said they plan to file for Social Security benefits early and continue to work, up from 36% in 2021. The work opportunities are there, even though job openings fell in June. There are still 1.8 million open jobs per available worker. Social Security beneficiaries who go back to work may stand to earn more short-term and can ultimately increase their monthly benefit checks. If you plan to return to work, you should notify the SSI right away. But up to $10,000 will be going out to eligible low-income households this month. Bernie Sanders is teaming up with several other Democrats to push for new monthly payments for all Americans. And Congress may reinstate expanded monthly benefit checks very soon. But all we know is that Bernie Sanders pushed for the inclusion of a child tax credit extension in the Inflation Reduction Act. It is clear that American families need more urgent relief than a larger package will provide. Democrats in last year passed the American Rescue Plan, meaning it could be approved with a party line vote in the evenly split Senate. That legislation increased payments for child tax credits to $3,600 for eligible children under 6 and $3,000 for children between 6 and 17.